You want to do it?
Sure. Okay, guys. Right now, we're with a very special guest, the winner of the pump cover giveaway.
You might as well have won the lottery.
Yeah, I think you had better odds to win the lottery. To be honest, you should.
So,
You should feel very honored.
Daisha, you spent a week with this new pump cover sweatshirt. How has it been? How's it been this week?
I wore it yesterday to the gym.
Okay.
Get any good glances? People checking you out?
No.
That's good. That's the point of the pump cover, right?
Good.
It's to cover those gains.
Yeah.
But, yeah, guys, this is our big winner. Daisha, she's a rock star. Now she's a pump star.
Pump star.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything else you want to say? What's your message to the world?
I don't know.
That's okay. Well, here, listen, guys. She's not our only guest today. We got Ty Callister on with us. Daisha, if you want to stay on the podcast with us today, you're more than welcome.
Okay.
If you want to go off, that's totally okay with us too.
Sounds good.
But you are a rock star, so thank you so much.
Sweet. Thanks so much. Let me win.
All right, Daisha, big winner, guys. Give her a round of applause.
Tic tac tie.
Tic tac tie, everyone. Come on in, Ty.
What's going on, guys?
Take
How
a
are
seat,
we?
brother.
This is also a very special guest.
Very special.
One could say this is our first person of color on
That's
the podcast.
true. Yes.
I feel
We're-
honored you guys
we're-
would choose me.
We are. We're just trying to break down barriers here today. Just
Yeah.
breaking barriers, trying to change the world.
If anyone can do it, it's you two, and I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Dude, thanks. That made me blush. Let me ask you this. Can you blush?
So that's a good question. A lot of people have asked that, and they're trying
Yes.
to make me blush, and I feel like I blush, and they're like, "You're not blushing." So I feel like I can do that discreetly, and it doesn't show.
But so if you were to be, for example, I know you're aware of this, but we just had the winner of the pump cover giveaway
Yeah.
on just before you.
Yep.
If she were to say, "Hey, Ty, you look very handsome today in your pump cover,"
Yep.
would you may not physically show that you're blushing, but do you feel like you're blushing?
Yeah, you can.
Like,
the
did your
ro-
face
the
get
little
hot?
rosy cheeks, you know
Okay.
what I mean? And
Okay.
then, yeah.
I know
So
your
I
brother
can-
doesn't blush.
Yeah, no, he's about 10 shades darker. So,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, guys, let's just break down what just happened a little bit ago. Speaking of softball, we just got done with softball game.
Yep.
How'd that go? You're like a captain. Tell us how that
I don't
went.
know if I'm the captain, but
You're the captain of this.
You're the
Tic
captain.
Tac.
You're the captain.
I
You're
feel
the
like
captain.
we're all on equal ground here.
I'd put you above me.
No.
No. You're the captain, man.
Well, we play in the Spanish Fork League. We just took the Spanish Fork League. We're the winners, so we got
Yeah.
some pink shirts.
Yes, we did.
Praise
you guys,
God,
you
baby.
guys have
Praise
them.
God.
Praise
So
God.
I got some pink shirts, and we got the big tournament coming up next Tuesday.
I'll be there.
So will
I
you?
think.
Okay.
Depends on traffic.
Yeah, yeah. If it's 6:30, we'll lose.
If it's
about
6:30,
six,
yeah, I
we'll lose
know.
about
Yeah.
7 players. So
Yeah.
Is it next Tuesday?
I
What
think,
starts?
it's next Tuesday. Schedule will come out. I think it's sometime next
Oh, we
week.
should be the
though.
1 seed, right?
Number one seed.
And let's say this: if anyone comes to watch this, you're gonna get a $5 discount off a pump cover.
Hey, $5.
Yep.
No, I saw her Dacia's, and I was actually kind of jealous.
It's cool, isn't
They're
it?
sweet. They're
Dude, you
really
gotta
cool.
get one.
And I've never seen it. Like no one else has them yet, so I feel like if you get ahead of it now,
Yeah.
you can be some of the first to rep
Get
it.
one
And I
of the
like them.
originals. They're cool.
I like them.
Here's the thing, me and Cooper here. A lot of people would put us probably classify us as on the spectrum. I'm just saying. Just put
Saying
out
how it
there.
is.
What was
I
that?
said you just saying it how it is.
Yeah, I'm just saying how it is. People think we have autism.
I mean, people can think what they want. I would argue Elon Musk has autism.
Yeah.
He has the tism.
So
So,
are you guys putting yourselves as?
I mean,
Close to
people
home.
can say what they want. I think it's the other people saying we might have a little bit of the tism. So,
But
I mean, they can infer what they want. I'm just going to put that out there for everyone to know.
what I was getting to with the tism though, they think oh, they probably just ordered these sweatshirts off of Amazon, right? Or the cheapest ones they could find. But we didn't do it until we found a legit apparel brand, pure apparel brand that we loved.
Yeah.
So I got this sweatshirt a long time ago. And it was one I got in Alaska, and it was my favorite sweatshirt. I wear it to the gym all the time. It's super comfy. But it's I love that sweatshirt. But I found out the wholesale retailer of that sweatshirt. It took us forever to find. Then we found out who it was, and we got a wholesale license or whatever.
Oh, nice.
So it's it's a really good quality
Yeah.
sweatshirt. It's not just your.
You guys put some thought.
It's not like a. It's not like a Gildan sweatshirt that every high school Joe Schmo that makes a sweatshirt
Yeah.
brand uses, right?
Totally.
It's a good sweatshirt. Get yourself one, man.
Oh, you know it.
Oh, they're nice. Holy crap. So nice.
Ty, can you describe some of the feelings of tonight's game?
Yeah.
What are some of the emotions you were feeling as
Some
we
of the
took the
emotions.
ship
Well,
today?
the first
league ship.
emotion, where that game was the deciding factor for the number 1 seed, and for who wins the T-shirts. Like, this is what we've worked for the whole season. So
Dang, son.
the first feeling I got is when Cooper texted me, "Hey, I'll be there in a little bit." I said, "Cooper, being late's about 5 to 10 minutes, not 45 minutes in an hour game."
Well-
so the first feelings were I was a little upset because we're chasing down balls, they're hitting in the gap, and I said, only if Cooper was out here with us, it'd be a little bit easier.
I was trying, dog. I was trying.
Where were you, Cooper?
I was occupied. Okay.
With
We-
what?
It's not important.
One might say
important.
down south
Down
in Salina.
Oh,
Salina.
Oh,
No,
this is-
Salina is what I was
Salina.
saying.
Were you actually in Salina, dog?
No, I wasn't in Salina. I was in freaking.
I don't know.
I was in Springville,
Hey, me and-
dog. I was in
Me and
Springville.
Ty, we're not making any accusations. We're just putting stuff out there.
I thought this was Ty's interview. Why are we turning this on?
Well, Ty's innocent, man.
Yeah.
Ty's innocent.
Well,
Ty, I like with all my friends I have that come on the podcast. I like to ask them, what's your first memory of like me and Cooper? Not like us together, but separately.
Separately? Ooh, that's a good question. Because
Yeah.
it's gone all the way back from
Since
7th?
9th grade.
9th grade?
At least for me.
Cooper was
Cooper probably
earlier.
longer.
Cooper
Yeah.
was 7th. Some of the early memories with Cooper was in junior high. Because
yeah, I was at Salem.
you were at Salem. Dude, honestly, I can't even think back that far.
I'm
But
trying
one
to
of-
think too. I can't
but
remember either.
A core memory, I guess I could say, with Cooper was starting in high school. Was Cooper's mom, Amy. She's a great cook. She would have.
Oh, yeah.
We had 5. Was there about 5 of us? 5, 6
think
of
so.
us. 5, 6 of us. It was every Tuesday. We went over to Amy's. She cooked lunch for us, and we'd all hang out with buddies. And then Wednesday, my dad would get pizza for us. So we had 2 of our meals, for the
Yeah.
week. So one of my memories was the first time Cooper invited me to come over. Like, we were close, but we're not close like we were now. So I was
Right.
like, oh, sure, thanks for the invite. I'll come over. And then it was
Yeah.
fun to meet him and get, acquainted with his family and,
Yeah.
our group of friends. And that's, I think, when it started to, kind of, mesh with my group of friends and his group, and
Right.
to make it one that, now is all of our
Right.
one big friend group we play all the sports with and hang out with and stuff like that.
It's one could say it's when I was first slightly accepted into the preps.
Yeah, he drives a Tacoma. My
That
truck
was-
could barely make it from the school and back. I was nervous about it. But yeah, Coop's 20. I mean, one would have been his 2017 white Tacoma.
Or
Yeah.
you could try it.
So-
2007.
So
10 years earlier.
so yeah, Coop might call us preps, but I mean, hey.
I'd say something people could decide, man.
So
Something people can
let's
decide.
give these guys some context. What is a prep? I'm gonna ask. Who
Let's
should I
ask Cooper first.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Let's ask Cooper. What's
Let me-
a prep?
So
Let me clear the
let's
air.
start with this first. Is being a prep bad though?
No, I need to
Okay.
clarify this because we
Fuck.
had Kenzie on a while ago.
What's that
And-
supposed to mean?
Yeah.
I will admit I called her a prep in high school.
Would you call her a prep now?
No, we had a little chat, and I
Okay.
decided to no longer call her a prep.
So she lives one door down from me.
Yes, okay, but okay, all I'm gonna say, I decided not to call her a prep anymore.
Is it
Okay,
because she got? Well, they had history once upon a story, so that
Oh,
could have
yeah,
been
they did.
while
I bet a lot of the podcast listeners didn't know that. One of
probably
our
shouldn't-
previous
probably shouldn't-
one of our previous guests, our dear friend Kenzie and Cooper, had a short but very
fling.
short but strong fling.
I
don't know if
shouldn't
it- I don't know.
have brought that up, but I apologize. But that might be why he dismissed. that case.
no, I am telling you why I didn't.
All right, let's let him talk here. Let's
This isn't
All
shit
right.
on Cooper hour, okay?
right.
Let me finish my story.
All right.
She came on the podcast, and that was like 5 years ago, right? The whole prep thing.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I guess that bothered her. I had no idea. It bothered her that I called her a prep.
Okay.
And I guess it still slightly bothered her because she brought it up again. And
Like to get some vengeance.
No, not even
She
just
wanted, it was a confrontation, I think.
It was a confrontation. I think she just had to get it off her chest.
Gotcha.
And I felt bad that it had been bothering her for all these years. And I ain't even been talking to her.
It's been 7 years.
You know, I said my apologies. And I was like, might not change how I think, but I won't call you prep anymore.
So if I like blew up on you on the podcast right now, would you dismiss my case?
No,
That's a good question.
I don't care if you could.
But what is a prep? What is a prep?
Okay, so a prep. Everyone thinks it's something bad, but it's not something bad. All a prep is they were like kind of the more popular kids in high school.
Okay.
You know, kind of the popular group. You know, every high school has that popular group of kids. It was that popular group of kids. Typically, not in all cases. You know, their family was a little wealthier. Not a bad thing. Just shows that the parents worked hard. But a little healthier. They were up with the latest trends. So when we were in high school, it was the joggers. You know, joggers back then. They'd roll around with the joggers. I think the no-show socks was a little later.
Yeah.
But, you know, the joggers showing off the socks. They were
shaved legs.
Shaved legs.
Never shaved. Let me just put this out here. Never
and-
shaved my legs once in my life.
I mean,
so.
this is a rare case, but they eat pizza with a fork and knife. That is.
You can't miss that one, man.
If you eat pizza with a fork and knife, I think you have a tough battle against you trying to convince me you aren't a prep.
Not only aren't you a prep, you got the tism, man.
Yeah. So can I have a rebuttal at this point, Bash?
Am I like the mediator of this?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I feel like I'm a good mix between prep and non-prep. Is that
Yeah.
why I'm the mediator? I'm pretty non-biased.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Please rebuttal.
So the one thing I gotta say is, the quote unquote popular kids. You guys were my friends too in that group. So here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
We all hung around at the same group. You know, we all did a drive to Tacoma. You know, Cooper, his parents worked just as hard as my parents would. I would have to say.
You do come from a wealthier family, Cooper.
You do as well. And yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. In junior high, another core memory was the reason that I bought joggers in junior high is because I saw Cooper wear them one day.
Jamie, fact check this right now. Cooper Wilson has never worn joggers in his life. Creighton, have I ever worn joggers?
I will say, I have never seen Cooper wear joggers.
I've never owned a pair of joggers.
But I didn't go to school with him.
Exactly.
Before
You came in.
I refuse. Call Mama Amy. We can call Mama Amy up right now and ask her if I've ever even owned a pair of joggers.
So I got a question for you.
The answer is no.
I got a question for you. So if it's not a bad thing, why are you so against it?
I'm not against that.
I feel like you were.
See,
against
I think people.
Since we were in 7th grade, you've denied it.
This is
This
is a huge misconception. It's not a bad thing. I'm not against it. It may seem that way. I'm just against.
It may come off that I can hate him with my whole entire being.
Like, I know, but the reason I'm against it'd be just like if someone was calling me black. I mean, there's nothing against that. It's not a bad thing, but I'm just so strong.
You say black people are strong?
Because I'm not black. I said I'm so strong in my opinion because I'm not black. So why wouldn't I argue that?
Black people weak, dog.
Just like I'm not a prep. Like, I mean, if people call me prep, I'd be like, no, I'm not a prep. Just like if someone said I was black, I mean, I'd be like, oh, I'm honored. But obviously I'm not black.
But it could be argued, this is me coming from an unbiased standpoint.
Okay.
It could be argued that you do share a lot of the characteristics of a prep.
I mean, I think the only characteristic I would share is maybe my family was a little more well off. But with that, it also comes preps. They like to flock together. Okay. Flock together.
That's
They
a word.
live in communities. As we know, there's a community in Salem called Harvest Ridge, which again, not a bad thing, but is a breeding ground for preps.
As the mediator of this, I'd have to 100% agree with Cooper.
And I mean, I'm kind of out on my lonesome, you know.
Out on your lonesome.
Yeah,
out with your horses, your corral, your barn.
We have that stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm not like, I was just telling my mom today, I'm against the Utah wannabe Cowboys. I mean, by no means I think I'm a cowboy, but
do you want to be?
Compared to other kids, I would say I'm more so.
Yeah.
But I just like,
So
I'm not.
Gotcha. Well, you know, this could be.
I did have that stuff though.
this could be left open for debate, but I don't know if we have all night for this.
Yeah, I feel like we're not gaining any ground.
No, because I don't think I'll give any, and I don't know if Cooper will give any. But I feel like if we could come to a compromise right now, if you could, have some take in it, would you say Cooper's kind of a prep? And he dips his toes into it.
I would say this. Well, I think if we look back in high school, I think, especially my sophomore, junior year, I think I definitely got caught into the prep world, right? AKA a hellish whirlwind of hate. Just kidding. No, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed high school. But what I'm saying is, yeah, and then I started hanging out with Cooper a lot the end of my junior year and my senior year. And up to that point, 100,000,000% Cooper was not a prep. I'd have to say our sophomore, junior year, Cooper's not a prep.
Right.
My senior year comes around. I still have my prep friends, my Harvest Richers.
Oh, gosh.
And,
oh, gosh.
I still hang around with that crew a little bit. But I started hanging out with Cooper more, and I kind of start bringing Cooper along with me more. And from there, Cooper definitely dabbled in the prep arts.
Gotcha.
That's my wholehearted opinion.
I can agree with that, and I can be okay with that.
Would you get behind that, or?
I would say, by dabbled, if you mean hung out with them, because I think that's the only thing. And, my mindset back then was I was here to build the relationships,
Yeah.
Up to that point,
Is that what you thought growing up? Is I just want to build relationships?
I'm just here to
senior.
Oh my gosh, our light's not on.
Oh, I thought you weren't recording that scare there for a minute.
No, we're recording. I don't think that light does anything, but whatever.
Okay, senior year, I came to the realization, a lot of people, even on the podcast, I'm like, Cooper, you were kind of a douche growing up. And I feel bad for it.
It's true.
But senior year, I got a little better. I was like, you know what? When I grow up, I don't really care what I want to do, but I want money. And, a lot of people, I was looking at the Instagram reels, they're like, you need a network. What better people network with than the Harvest Richers?
So it kind of sounds like we're used then.
He's using you.
He used us.
To start out with, I would say that might have been on my brain. But as I kept going, I was able to develop some beautiful friendships.
You realize that, we're not like that and we're good friends. And, you can...
That's what I just said.
All
develop some beautiful friendships.
Gotcha.
But,
so looking back, our relationship,
uh-huh.
Since you, networked, as one would say, are we still friends? Or
100%.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're still friends. Just because you network with someone doesn't mean, they're not your friend.
Gotcha.
We're such good friends now. We make pump covers. We get big. Freak, we'll throw you some free pump covers, man.
Oh, but you wouldn't.
When we need to find a property to throw a pump cover warehouse up. Who do we go to? Our real estate friend that we networked with in high school.
True.
So.
Gotcha.
So if you ever come
Win-win.
across any warehouses that are for sale and they're like, I don't know, for free, let us know.
Okay, I think in this market, I might be able to get you one for free.
Well, so you're a realtor.
I am. Yeah.
How's that?
It's great. It's been good.
A lot of learning curves? Or?
Lots of learning curves. These past 2 years have been
right.
So up and down. You can't ever predict anything. But yeah, it's been great. It's been fun. Got to meet some great people. Good team. Good community. So
yeah.
It's been great. It's been
That's
a lot
cool.
of fun.
That's really cool. So, is that something you want to do your whole life?
Yeah. Yep. I think this is definitely the job I'll continue on with and make it a career. And
that's cool.
Well, one of my favorite things about this job is the job is what you make it, right?
Right.
So however much work you put into it is how much work comes out of it. And I love the flexibility. You guys know I like to fish, right?
Right.
Not a lot of jobs will just let you take a Friday off, go hit the river and jump back right into the job. So, the flexibility and the opportunity is probably one of my favorite things about
kind
it
of
so far.
that freedom to be able to do what you want.
Yeah, kind
outside
of like you guys.
Right.
With your new company, you guys are, able to do softball. Still have your jobs, but you can still have this side job that you can build into something great. But you have that flexibility to do everything.
Yeah, that's kind of. How controversial should I get right now?
Get controversial, Doug.
Okay, so here's my. I'm passionate about this. I have a lot of friends that do this, but and I'm not talking about sales as in real estate. I'm not talking about sales as in whatever car, whatever. I'm talking about door-to-door salesmen.
Mm-hmm.
they always claim that they have this financial freedom, this freedom to do whatever.
Yep.
But dude, those guys can't do SHIT in the summer. They're so brainwashed. It's a cult, dude. And so
they
it's
just
like,
go and have they do the summer, and then the rest of the time's kind of free.
right, it's kind of free, but like in their summer they can't do anything.
Gotcha.
They don't do anything. They have to sell at like in the evening, right? But they like sell from like 11 to like night, right? Basically,
Dark, I think, yeah.
right? Because that's like prime hours when people are home. So like you can't do anything really in the morning because you're morning shot because they have like meetings and stuff, and then you work until like 9-10 o'clock at night, right? So that's definitely not financial freedom.
And they also they say they achieve financial freedom because they make so much money, right? Which, okay, if you're like super good, like you have to be the top line to do this. But if you make like $50K in 3 months, 3-4 months, like that's good money.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you don't work the rest of the year, it's just like having a normal job for a full year.
Yeah.
So it's really not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But I like what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
you should be able to have, I'm gonna take a Friday off and go fish. That's freedom to me.
Yep.
So
No. Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Like just like me and Crane both, we've always wanted to like own our own business.
Yeah.
And that's the reason behind it. Like I think a lot of people, like when they say they want to be rich, like it comes with a negative connotation, like, oh, you're just obsessed with money. And there's obviously some people that are like that. But when I say that, I mean it in the sense, like, I just want ultimate freedom. Like, I can really care less about the money. But if I want to take a Friday off or take a week off, go hunting or something, I want to be able to have the funds to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I want to be able to take the time off. If I want to go, like Frank, if I want to go over to Italy to hang out for a week or two, I want to have the money and funds to be able to do that, and be able to take the time off. I think it's just that ultimate freedom is.
Yeah.
No, and I
what
think
we
something
kinda desire.
that I've thought about you two in particular. I mean, you guys do concrete lifting. You guys have just done the pump covers, and then you guys still have your jobs that you do now,
Yeah.
right? And kind of like what Cooper was saying about he wants to be able to have that wealth. That just is he wants to be a hard worker, which will in turn into that. And I don't think a lot of people. I mean, this is just my opinion. I don't think a lot of people have the drive to be like, I want to make my own business. I'm going to do it. But
Yeah.
you guys have been able to do that. So, might suck now getting
Yeah.
started. It definitely will. Like
It
any
does,
job,
yeah.
Stuff happens. There's a learning curve. There's a learning curve with my job.
Right.
But, once you get that groove and figure it out, it'll all pay out in the end. But it's
Right.
just sticking with it, which, is that hard work and that drive is what Cooper was talking
And
about.
I think it's super important too. Like, I definitely for example, this podcast, just as an example, like I would not do this if I didn't have fun at it. Like it's fun for me,
Yeah.
right? I wouldn't do pump cover if it wasn't fun for me, right? So I only am gonna do things that are fun. Like right now, concrete lifting. Right now, if I'm gonna be completely 100% transparent, is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my whole entire life. Just because we're having lots of complications with equipment.
Yeah.
But I mean but when it's going smooth, it's so I have a lot of
Yep.
fun with it. You know what I mean? So like I don't want to ever do anything I'm not having fun with.
Yep.
Right now, so it's like sometimes I work my regular job. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I don't have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's hard to suck sometimes, but I'm very grateful for it because I do get to work for my dad, which is fun. I really like working for him. So you just gotta it's all about your perspective, and you gotta have fun what you're doing. You gotta enjoy it. If you're miserable, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, I think there's a fine balance though of what you were talking about. Like concrete, when it's fun, it's fun. When it's not, it's not.
Right.
I think that's good because you got to overcome those things that you're dealing with equipment break-in or this or that, and be like, all right, we got to get past this, work even harder to do it, and then to get things in smoother. And I think that's what makes like good businessmen and people that work hard, not when the equipment breaks and you guys are like, all right, we're done with concrete lifting.
Right.
That sucks because that doesn't really push you guys, but
Right.
I think you guys are good on that. And
No, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I every time something's broken so far, I said I'm quitting. I'm done. It's true. And then I calm down, like I don't want to quit. I'm just saying words. But
yeah,
it is hard. It's a hard thing, but it's good. Everything's hard. That's hard is worth doing. If it was easy, it's probably not worth it.
Yep,
Right.
I agree.
I know one of my favorite quotes by the man Andrew Tate himself is, "It's trauma and discomfort that make people accomplish the greatest things." I truly believe that.
Yeah.
You look at every famous person out there, like Elon Musk, for example. Like after he sold PayPal, he put every penny he owned like to $0. I think it's kind of retarded if you ask me. Like made like $330 million. Why not just like keep a couple of it for savings? But he put every penny back into like SpaceX and Tesla. And obviously that was like starting out really hard, ton of trauma stuff, but then now he's like the richest man on the planet.
Yep.
So I think it's through tough things, and a lot of people don't make it through tough things. They don't like them. They kind of just curl up in a ball, get depressed, just lay in bed all day. But if you can push through that, keep going, that's when you accomplish the greatest things.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, that's true. Ty, what is something that you live by?
As in like a motto or
A
like
motto of just anything. Like what is like who are like if you could narrow yourself down or at least your vision down to like a phrase or a sentence, what would it be?
I don't know if I could do phrase, but the one thing that comes to my mind and something that my parents have installed, as I was a child, right? When everything's said and done, money, this, that, belongings, like none of that really matters, right? It's the relationships that you build.
Yeah.
So something that I try to live by every day and something that I do is just brighten someone's day. I guess a phrase that I would say that I live by is you never know what someone's going through. That's something that I have, always live by, and it's crazy the things that you can do for someone and you never know what's happening in their life. You could have someone who seems perfectly fine, perfectly happy, and then, you just do one simple gesture, like a story that's super great that I heard is I had a meeting at work just last week, and one of my boss, Kenny, one of his good friends, flew in and, was hanging out with us for the week, and he runs this giant brokerage, hundreds and hundreds of people, and he sits down and for all of his agents, he writes a birthday card for them.
Oh, that's cool.
Sends it out to them, and one of his agents, she's an older lady. I think she said that like 70. She just has her license.
Yeah.
Does that. He wrote her a birthday card, and she called him and said, "Hey, I want to thank you for the birthday card." And he was like, "Oh, it's not a big deal. Like, of course." And she's like, "No, it is a big deal. You were the only one who wished me a happy birthday." So it's just little things like that of buying someone's drink, buying someone's lunch, like. To me, I'm like, what's $10 to, brighten someone's day if you never know what's going on. So that's, I think, what, I try to live by and,
That's like, dude, like, that's the most genuine statement I've ever heard. Because, like, you can attest to this. Dacia can 100% attest to this. Like, anyone that doesn't know Ty Callister, it does not matter who you are, what you believe, if he even really knows you, he'll make you feel loved instantly. Isn't that the truth?
100%.
Like,
yeah.
You make people feel like loved instantly, no matter who it is.
I appreciate that.
Like you have I like strive to be like you. I'm like not just bullshitting because I don't really care to do that. Yeah. But like legit, like I want to be as welcoming as you are to like anyone.
Yeah.
Like it's a great thing. It's really a great talent to have.
So I think that's just the one thing I try to do, and people have done it for me. I seem always either happy or whatnot, but. I have a terrible day at work. This happens, that happens, and some lady just bought my $2 drink, and I'm like, what? That just turned my day around.
Yeah.
$2 to that lady probably meant nothing, but
right.
To me, I'm like, I still remember that.
Right.
Soda retreat like 3 months ago, right?
Shout out soda
retreat.
We try to get sponsored by him, and they didn't respond.
They didn't respond.
Listen, I know some people. Maybe we can,
get him a deal.
Get him a deal. I'll see what I can do for you.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome.
I guess with that being said, is there anyone like in particular, person that you personally have a relationship with or just kind of know of that you look up to or aspire to be like?
Yeah, one person, definitely your parents or one.
Oh, my parents.
Oh, I love Ty. No, but you're my parents. But one is my older brother Sam.
Yeah, great guy.
Sam's one of the smartest, best guys that I know. Right. We played football, baseball, and basketball all growing up. So he was kind of my, competition as an older brother. Every day, we were really good friends. But it was always the thing of. Every day I tried to go beat him up because I thought, I was the stronger, smaller brother. And, he was, he's just the older brother that you want to beat up on and beat. But, every time that I acted like a complete jack wagon to him and just was being a dick or whatever, he never got mad at me. He never, belittled me in sports or anything. He always had something to say good about.
Yeah.
Something and, his correcting is just, hey, Ty, I think that was great. But why don't we try this? And I think a lot of what, how I got is how he is and how patient he is. Because my whole entire childhood, I can think of one time that he blew up on me and my little brother. and it was just like a holy crap, Sam
Yeah.
actually got mad one time. But it was just like, besides that, I can't think of anything but, you know, positive from him.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think
awesome.
a lot of it is, you know, from him, and, you know,
That's cool.
so he's great.
He is a great guy.
Were you able to beat up on him then?
So funny story, you bring that up. So if you, this one, yeah, this is bad. So if you guys know my brother or anyone, he's just a big gym rat,
Yeah.
sports, like
Strong kid.
And I was smaller up until I got into high school is when I started to actually build muscle and stuff. So that's when I got a little confident, and I think he got a little cocky. So there was one day I was like, all right, Sam, something inside me, like, we're going right now. So we cleared the couches in the living room, and I had my family there. So we cleared. I'm like, this sounds terrible for me to say, but I'll say it in a second. So we're
Is it
wrestling.
the N-word?
No. No. So we're wrestling, and he got a little complacent. We were going on for about 5 minutes.
He was overconfident.
He got overconfident. Oh, you can't do anything. And I don't care if you're 70 pounds or 200 pounds, 300 pounds. If you get a good chokehold on someone, doesn't matter. So Sam got a little confident, and I just got a good little maneuver around him. And I put him in a chokehold, and I had it so deep. And I looked at my mom, and I said, if he doesn't tap, I'm going to kill him right here. Like, I don't care what it takes. This is the first time that I'm ever going to beat Sam.
Yeah.
So I just reared up on it, and I had him. And I was like, oh, this is good. And he got desperate because he knew he got it. My toe was wrapped around his body like this as I was getting him. He grabbed my big toe and my other, and he started. He started to pry him, and he said, "If you don't I'm gonna break him." And he got to the point where it was like I'm crying because he's gonna snap my toes. So I let go. He turned around, chokehold me out. And I ended up losing. That's the closest that I've ever gotten to beating up my brother. But yeah, he said that he was gonna break my toe if I didn't let go. So
I mean, looking back on it now from an outside perspective, do you think it was worth having your toe broken to choke him out?
probably not, because he would have just tapped, stood up, and I would have had a broken toe for sports, for football, baseball, basketball. Like, yeah, it would have been really, really bad.
I mean, but then he has that. He
Oh,
has one loss on his record.
He brings it up all the. He'll just walk by me. It's been 5 years. Hey, remember that one time you almost got me, Ty? And now there's no chance that I could anymore. But
Oh man.
yeah, who knows? Who knows what the future holds?
I'm gonna take a pause here for a sec. I'm gonna say this in the most nice, positive Ty Callister way possible. Stop chewing your fucking gum in my ear.
Hey, there's garbage right there. You can go spit it out real quick.
You're chomping.
Do I spit it out?
No, you can keep it. You're just
Chewing with the mouth open. Chewing with the mouth open. I was being polite.
I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous.
What are you nervous about?
What is it? Is it Ty?
We've talked like this and been friends for how long now? And you're nervous now?
I don't know. Maybe I think it's just like I don't know, like on the podcast stuff. Like little nerves is good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just
When
like a
you're
little nervous tick, maybe.
With your mouth closed though is good, right?
That is good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
It's your nervous twitch. I think it actually is.
I guess.
I've noticed you do that when you're nervous.
Chews with his mouth open.
Just gum.
Oh, gotcha. Mine is I bite the crap out of my. If I'm ever nervous,
Really?
go straight to biting the nails.
Nails?
Nails.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people bite the nails.
I do it pretty bad.
I get pissed.
Just straight mad. No.
But like I click my jaws.
Really?
Like I'll just like they're turning like this the whole time.
Gotcha.
Have you ever noticed that? I just do this.
No.
In baseball, I feel like you clench.
I'm bad. My jaws are clicker. Like listen, I can really pop them. Want to hear?
Ooh.
Like that's my jaws.
That's what
man.
you do, dude.
Not that.
Oh,
No.
gotcha.
It's like
Really nervous.
mini of the mini pops I do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come off like that.
It's all right, man. I know.
Now he's not even talking. Now he's.
I just-
sad.
All right, no, it's all good. I know.
I
know he's under pressure.
Guys, there's no.
Oh, you're
pressure.
bleeding.
Where? I think that's when I dove for that fly ball.
Did you catch it?
Like no, Ken
No.
Barzeel should have had that one.
Yeah, I landed 10 feet behind him, and we lost, but that's cool.
Ken, if you're listening to this, buddy, sorry you're upset right now.
Oh, dude, I heard him. Did he get after you
Well,
out there?
Yeah, he just wanted me to go. I moved like 3 feet. I'm like, okay, like I'll move. He like had me move in the outfield.
Canyon's funny because he's not competitive until he is.
Yeah.
There's no like middle ground. He's like I don't care to like pick it up. So I
Yeah.
think that little
Yeah.
that little switch flipped, and I was just like, "What are you like, guys?"
I was like,
It's Tuesday night softball.
I'm having a good time, man. Why are we
Yeah.
upset? But
Yeah.
no, I like Canyon. I'm just
No,
Canyon for
love
listening to this little buddy. I'm sorry if I upset you in any way.
We still love you.
I still love you. I hope you love
We'll
me.
see you next week.
We'll see you next week, pal. Gosh dang, man. I like this podcast. I like having you on this.
I appreciate you guys
Because
having me here.
a lot of time I feel like when we have guests, sometimes it turns into, it feels like an interview, but this one has felt like good banter, which I like a billion times better than
not just like, hey, what do you do for your job?
Exactly,
What are you
like, it's good
doing? Where do
banter.
you live? Yeah.
It's actually like flowing.
Yeah.
Flowy.
So I remember one time, it was your birthday. You always had good birthday parties.
I think I had good birthday parties up until high school, but
I
maybe
think-
not. I don't feel like I did much, but maybe I did.
In ninth grade was a good one. I guess that was junior high. And I remember me and my buddy Tom were at your birthday party. And
What did
it was at your house. We were just in the basement, I think, watching a movie or something.
Gotcha.
And I remember I got as many water bottles that I could possibly hold in my arms like this. And everyone was like sitting in the circle watching a movie, and everyone had a girlfriend was like cuddling or whatever.
You spilt it on him, didn't you?
No, I ran into the room with literally water bottles like this.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all shut, but like,
Yeah.
and like pretend to like run in there and like trip, and water bottles went everywhere on everyone. There wasn't water; it was just bottles,
Yeah.
you know. And I'll just start. I remember screaming, "Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed!"
I actually remember
And then
that.
I ran out of the room.
Oh.
That was so funny.
No, I think a core memory that I have with you two, and I have the video, so
With
if,
who,
if
me and
any of
Cooper?
you guys want it, I'll send it. With you and Cooper. Baseball tournaments down in St. George were a different breed.
Those
it
were my
was-
favorite things of high school.
Like, if I'm going to be honest, sorry, I didn't even care for the baseball. It was hanging out with the bros
Yep.
and being in the apartments. And one of the core memories in one of my favorite videos, it's actually favorited on my phone.
Oh, I already know what you're gonna say. This is so cringy.
Cooper walks in. We just got done eating dinner, and Cooper walks in. Sorry, Creighton walks in and goes, I don't feel like it would hurt that bad to get slapped.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking of this video.
There's
Yes.
multiple, but this one, Creighton goes, I don't think it would hurt that bad to get slapped. And it was me, Cooper, Tom Wilson, and you. So it was four of us, and we were in there at the time. And Cooper looks at him and goes, "You idiot! What do you mean?" He's like, "No, if you open hand slap me, it wouldn't hurt that bad." So Cooper goes, "Well, can I?" And Tom goes, "I'm going to do it first." So I promise you guys, Creighton sat there with his hands at his side just like this, and his face stuck out, and he got slapped as hard as he possibly could by Tom Wilson and Cooper Wilson. And the first slap, I went, "Tom, you hit him hard," and he was like, he didn't think that would hurt. And then after me, I'm like, if I got slapped once, I'm done. But then he was like, "Okay, Cooper, you're up now." And I'm like, "What are you thinking? You idiot? You're so stupid." So yeah, you got open hand slapped by both of them, and
Both
it's
the
still my
Wilsons.
favorite videos. That or the rap that we just watched at our last baseball game, him rapping.
See, that's what I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna bring
that
up. And I'm like,
rap.
that is like
Some of
that
those videos-
cringes me out so bad.
I think we should post those on the TikTok.
Please,
man.
like,
I have
not the rap,
I
not
will-
the rap.
I have the whole minute of him rapping.
No, please,
And then
no.
all of the slaps.
Send the rap to Brack and she'll post them on
Okay,
there for you.
I'll get it there.
Oh my
She,
gosh.
honestly, Bracken might be concerned if she hears that rap.
She would be like, "You are so annoying" or something. 'Cause I am.
No, that's one of my favorite memories from
my
St.
gosh.
George. Those were so funny.
Dude, that's like honestly when it was time to play baseball, I was like, ugh.
Oh, for sure.
But like when we were done, we're like, yeah.
It was,
Nice.
it was the little moments of the traveling,
Yeah.
St. George ladder.
Like the food, going and eating.
Let's go, and then baseball kind of.
Remember we got left by the bus one time?
Yeah, me, you, and Easto.
Yeah.
Me,
That was bad,
Easto,
man.
and Cooper. And Easto was pitching that day.
I think that's the only reason they came back.
It's just you two. They're like, you know what? Well, we got Easton.
We
We're
got to
good."
get Easton.
I remember Haney was so pissed
Oh, he was
off.
so mad.
Yeah.
But they didn't tell us.
How,
Yeah.
how
Like-
late were you guys? I can't see.
No,
I
it
could-
was
The
because
bus
we came
left,
back.
and the bus came back.
It was like
Yeah.
we
How
had like
long
a-
did the bus leave you guys?
I don't know.
I don't- yeah, we don't because they
Still to this day.
they're
we
like
don't
be
know.
at the bus like 4:30, and then I remember it was like 4 o'clock, and we're getting calls from I think you called, a couple other people called us like, where are you guys? And we're like, in a room. And they're like, where are you? And like the bus left. We're like, no, it's like the text says 4:30, but I guess they changed the time and didn't decide to tell any of us
Yeah, we didn't
So-
get told her or something. Well, something happened where we got...
because we're like pretty on top of that. Like
Yeah.
Are ya?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Especially, I don't know. I feel like me and like you're pretty good now, but
Me?
yeah, like now.
feel like I was
I don't know
always
about
good.
back then, but like
I feel like I was always good.
like me and Easton were really like
It's the
Like,
fear.
we
it's
were
the-
up-
It was the fear.
yeah we were
It
up,
was the
we like
fear.
we were to practice half hour early every day. Like
Well, you want to know why?
We were
It's
on top
because you
of it.
would get a shin, freaking fungo to the shin if you showed up late. Is why.
that's true. It's true.
I would take a fungo to the shin right now.
Would you?
Yeah,
Be careful, because Hayden might just be back there right now waiting for
I'd
it.
take it, man.
I honestly thought that would go away. He came and played with us a couple weeks ago, and before he even said hi, he just hit me right in the shin with his bat, and I'm like, "Are we still in high school or what? It's been 3 years, Hayden."
Good old Hayden.
Yeah, like I kind of think back to those days, but now I'm like,
Child abuse or what?
no, I'm like twice the man's size now, so I'm kind of like,
He's crazy though.
still though, man, like
He's got
I
something in
hope
him.
I hope he decides to hit me in the shins again.
You
But
would,
he has
but
three
that,
kids
but
now,
that, that's
so.
that's the thing. You wouldn't do anything.
Oh, I would.
No, you say you would until you're there.
They'd get him, tell him to, man. You can egg him on all you want. Promise you, I'll do something. I'm not taking
We better
the
not
abuse.
post this
Yeah.
podcast.
I'm not taking the abuse anymore.
The abuse is over.
The abuse is over. I've had enough.
Oh,
If any of you guys out there going through abuse, now's the time to stand up for yourself.
Call the hotline. Call the abuse hotline.
Call it. If you can't stand up for yourself, call the abuse hotline.
You heard it here. I was gonna say something, then that got me. Oh, guess what I talked to yesterday?
who's
Chase Castleberry.
Chase is Chase is funny.
Dude, I talked to Chase. I was like, Chase, he's like, you talking to me about the podcast, actually. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, so you ready to come on? He said, yeah, tell me when. So we're going to get Chase Castleberry on the
Dude,
podcast.
Chase is one of my favorite people ever.
Oh, he's so
He was
awesome.
honestly one of the chillest,
Oh, yeah.
easygoing guys. And I've gone fishing with him a couple times, and it's still just the same old
Oh,
Chase.
he's such a good
and-
guy.
Yeah, I love that
I
guy.
like that guy a lot.
Dang,
I haven't
dang,
seen
dog.
him since
He's got a baby now. He's
for my
working.
mission.
Like in an engineering firm or something.
Yeah, I thought it was like accounting or something, but engineering or some firm.
Something, yeah.
But yeah, no, he's great.
He's a great guy.
He is a great guy. We don't want to keep you guys much longer. What is something that you want everyone to know right now?
Like, are we going deep or funny or what?
Anything you want someone to hear right now. Could be funny, could be stupid, could be cool.
Do something nice for someone.
Okay.
That's what I'd say. Go do something nice for someone. I think
Okay.
a lot of people talk about it, but they don't actually do it.
Yeah.
Go buy someone a drink. Go
Yeah.
do something like that. Put a smile on someone's face. It's not hard to do.
I like it.
So
You heard it here first, guys. Do something nice. Put a smile on someone's face. Ty's good at it.
Yeah. Great guy.
Great guy. Thanks for coming on, Ty. Give me a hug,
appreciate
brother.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Always good coming hanging out with you
Thanks
guys.
for coming on, man.
You want to drop the N-word for us?
No.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.